we usually play bocce on Wednesday nights. Like the bocce courts were flooded, so they had to cancel bocce. It was wild.
Wait, your bocce's outside?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah, and like the woman who the woman
Wait,
who
so
runs
you
it
guys
sent-
have it outside? Does the wind affect? Do you guys have to factor in for wind and shit if it's windy?
I mean, a little, I guess, but not really because the balls are so heavy. They're kind of like bowling balls, so
Oh,
it
word.
doesn't really. Yeah, like the littler one that you throw, the Paulina. Like if it's super windy, I guess that could affect that if you throw it high enough.
Right.
But you're pretty much just rolling stuff on the ground, so it doesn't affect it too much.
Oh, okay.
What's up, B?
I wanted to say something else about the flooding, and you probably saw the message, Patrick.
Oh, from your house.
Yeah, like one of our paths that go into the forest, like that was like a freaking mini pond. Like
Yeah.
it was like probably like this deep. Like
Yeah, you probably had like a foot of water standing there.
like,
Yeah,
for,
we had
like,
flooding
the
over here too.
yard was kind of flooded. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of rain that came through. So luckily here it got a little bit windy. And I think we had a little bit of hail. I heard a couple claps of thunder, but it wasn't too bad. But
Right.
it was a big line, and it cooled down a lot. So yeah, we'll see though. This weekend is supposed to be super hot, so
Right.
it's definitely
Right.
a warm front coming back through. I think it's gonna be like in the 90s all weekend. I'm like, oh my god, no.
Oh shit. I have to look
Yeah.
at ours because if it's gonna be that there, then it's gonna be something close to that here. I would assume.
Probably.
It'd be
Yeah.
wild if you're in the 90s and we're like 65. Like, how the fuck does that work?
It'll be heading your way.
You know what I
It's
mean?
like we just share the weather because it just skirts up along the lake, and like whatever we get just heads right to you.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, for the most part, that's how it's normally been. Like, we get the shit from Canada coming down and then over.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
It's. I think it's really weird watching the systems and the way they move around the Great Lakes.
Yeah. Yeah, and how the lake affects them too is pretty interesting.
Right. Right.
But yeah, like today our high is only 70, and yesterday it was it like cooled off a lot, but then like going into Friday, it's gonna be
What's good,
81.
T1D?
It's gonna be 87 on Saturday, 92 on Sunday, 93 on Monday. I'm like, oh my
shit.
god. Yeah, 91 on Tuesday, 90 on Wednesday.
You wake up on the weekend and all of a sudden you're like, hey, wait a minute, did somebody turn on the fucking heater?
Right. Summer in full force, like this coming week for us. Nothing but upper 80s and 90s. And a lot of rain. Looks like it's been so rainy so far this season. Like, I've been trying to get the pool open, and it's just every time I go out there to work on it, it's raining. I'm like, oh, this is not helpful. Not helpful at all. What's up, T1D? Do you need to plug it in?
Charger is though.
What, does it take a USB-C?
Some certain one that is not the one that my tablet uses.
Oh.
And it's not in here.
My fault. I'm getting stuff on the side over here. I'm looking.
No, you're good. She's got a light pad that she's drawing with, and it's dying, and she doesn't know where her charger is.
Oh no.
I left it there.
Let me see what kind of...
I don't know, but I can't remove these papers.
Let me see it.
Are you using that charger?
No, you can use that. That's why I was
I
asking.
think that might be. Hey,
I don't know if that's going to reach over there.
huh?
Happy Friday, everybody out there, man. Big shout out to Blended Ones Mafia showing up. We got the Korner Konvo podcast starting up. Still getting things situated. We have some news that we're going to be kind of going back to because it's only been a couple of days, but a lot of things have changed in those couple of days. So yeah, we'll be tapping in with some of the news articles. We do still have the drive-by reviews and the vibe checks going on. So if you guys have anything to submit, I'm putting that in the chat right now. I'm gonna get that pinned up and opened up. So we'll be getting submissions in.
Oh yeah.
Let me get this over here. All right, cool.
Bring what you got.
Let me open it. There we
Yeah,
go.
don't forget to do that.
Yeah, I did that shit the one day, and I'm like, we ain't got no submissions in the first like half hour, and then I looked, I'm like, oh, it's because I have the door locked.
Everyone's just standing outside, like
They're waiting in
peeking
line,
through.
like, hello, knocking on a window and shit. Anybody home? I see the chimney. There's smoke coming out the chimney, bro. Come on.
Let me in. Yeah. We're open for business.
Yeah, we're good now. We are Gucci now. Get my shares out.
Oh yeah, good call.
Yeah, some of this news is wild, bro. The dramatic flip.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what chat thinks about all that.
No, wait, I did not want to do that. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Alright, never mind. We're good. No, we're good. I hit the. I almost closed out the wrong thing. That would have been bad.
God. Yeah, don't do that. So huge shout out to everybody that's in here. Botrix is correctly joined, which is always good to see. Does anybody have sick plans for the weekend? Sick plans.
Yeah. I know some people had. I know some people had off yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, it's Juneteenth.
Oh, that's right.
It's a government holiday now.
That is right. Long week. Well, no, I guess if they. Why did they should have done it on a Friday.
Dude, listen. It's the day. It's not necessarily what day. It's the number day. So that's why it's based off that. But I will say this: it helped me out, hella crazy, because I got paid early.
Oh, nice.
You know.
That's always good.
Being that it was a federal holiday, the payroll went in early, so therefore I got paid early. You heard?
Never a bad thing.
I will say, not that I don't get paid early anyway. I get paid like 2 days early regardless because of direct deposit and shit like that. But like this was earlier than that, and I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of them you just get paid and then you get paid again, and it's like, oh whoa, hold up.
Oh, hello.
Right, welcome.
Mm-hmm. It's like the kind of the feeling when you're like doing laundry and you find a $5 bill in the pocket and you're like, oh.
Yeah. See, my luck is I'm always the one that finds it after it's been in the fucking through the wash and dryer. The shit's just like a fucking piece of felt after that.
Yeah. Hey, it still works.
I'm like, well, will they still accept this? I don't know.
The disintegrated money.
Yeah.
I know. I used to be a cashier and I would get all kinds of crazy money and like, ugh. I just remember people used to always give me money that was like wet. And I always would be like, why is it wet? Like it wouldn't even be raining.
You don't want to know why it's wet.
No. I would just be like, ugh.
Because low key, they might not have had pockets that day.
No. I know.
You know?
And I'm like sometimes it'd be raining and I'd be like, okay, maybe they were standing out at the gas pump and like it got wet. But if it wasn't raining, it was a bright sunshiny day and they come in handing me money.
Well, at that point, it depends on if it's a male or a female because there's different crevices that could have got wet in.
I always would be like, I'm gonna go wash my hands now because I don't know what I just touched.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, I can't put myself in the mind frame where I would ever do that. Like, I would ever take sopping wet cash and go pay for something with it. Like, I would feel so bad.
Right.
Like, I feel bad just like sometimes if I have like $1 in quarters and I'm like, hey, sorry, you know, let alone sopping wet money. Ooh.
Yeah.
So weird. So weird. But, you know. Or like the ripped coupons. Oh my god.
Here, hold on. Oh, that's why. My bad.
What happened?
I'm talking to myself.
Oh.
I had you on screen and then you disappeared and I was like, where did you
Oh.
go?
My little box. Anna, look.
Alright, there you are.
The background.
Let me get you put up here.
She's just smiling, thumbs up. We got 2 thumbs up from the Anna B. Looks good. I like the colors.
It's Friday morning.
Sorry, I'm reading chat. Yeah, it's good to see you back, T1D. It's been a minute. We were just kind of discussing that. I'm like, where's he been?
I was letting her know, bro. I was letting her know, you know what I'm saying? Me and you was on the line this morning talking about hustles and shit, but for the most part, like, you know what I'm saying, I was just giving her a little bit of insight as far as the hiatus that you had going on and different shit. Like, a lot of different people, low-key, not just you in particular, but
yeah,
being that I was talking to you this morning, that kind of came across. But we've noticed, like, a lot of people have gotten through a hiatus of the show, and it's, you know, life, bro. Life, low-key, is you know, killing everybody right now, as far as their timing and how busy they've been. And yeah, that's way more important, low-key. I'm not gonna front, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. Like, that shit is, you get what you gotta get done, you know what I'm saying? Because low-key, you can't enjoy this if you got shit going on in your life.
Right.
That's just facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's definitely things, you know, that need to be taken care of, and we understand that.
Mm-hmm.
We're parents.
Right.
You know? I know a lot of our audiences too, so it's like even just like the kids could sometimes, you know, you gotta like divert your focus a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good, but good to see you. Excited to hear what you submit.
There you go. Now you up there.
Woo.
Again, good morning, everybody. Friday morning, you know what I'm saying? We out here. I just got everything situated on my side. I got some news articles we'll be going over. Again, some of the stuff is something we went over previously, but things have changed since then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, things have changed since then, so.
Oh, yeah. It changes so fast, too. Like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you hear
wild.
it. You hear it. See, Wendy, is it coming through all right though? I have it kind of turned down as background music, but I want to make sure you guys can still at least hear it. OBS updated a couple days ago, and this shit was fucking me up. Can you hear me out there in the chat? Can you hear me okay? Or do I need to project a little bit more? Or like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. My mic's been fucking weird with OBS.
Hey, Anna.
I know you guys can hear me in Discord.
Can you pull up the show and just give us a volume check on my mic and OC's? Just let us know. You don't have to rush. She's like.
I know last show I watched the replay and I was so
you
far
were so
quiet. Yeah, and I didn't realize
I really wish we would have known.
I didn't even realize it. He said it's perfect. I'm deaf loud enough? Okay.
Oh, okay, good.
Am I too loud though? That's the one thing. If I'm too loud,
can
then
you
I
hear
gotta
me?
help, you know what I'm saying? Turn myself down a little bit.
I got
you
Anna
guys are
checking
good.
it.
T1D said we're good.
Yep. I got a thumbs up from B.
Hell
Looks
yeah.
like we're good. Nice.
That's what's up.
That's so crazy to me, the way that like OBS and even Discord will just like randomly decide to update something and then it just throws all the audio off.
It throws it all
It's
back to
like,
default.
bro,
It throws it
I
all back to
know.
default. It's so weird. I wish there was a button that you can tick for like when you go to update, your settings stay the same.
Yeah, yeah, like
That would be cool.
a quick setting type thing. Oh, he said when you project more, you clip a little bit. So maybe just don't yell.
Okay.
Just don't get too excited.
I only did that as an example because, like I said, the last show I was like,
Dude.
I thought I was good and I was talking loud and everything, but you could hear me like this in the background. I'm like, is that me?
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah, that was so crazy too because like being on the Discord call with you guys, I could hear you. And then watching the show later, I'm like, what the heck? He was so quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, then you couldn't hear us at the beginning.
Right.
So we were just having all kind of... And that was a weird show. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. I did want to really quickly, before we get started, again, it's still early. We still having people slide through, but the ones that were in attendance on Tuesday, again, just a big apology from Blood and One Radio Network. Not exactly the way things were planned out as far as that goes. But yeah, some things occurred. You know what I'm saying? And rolling forward, you can see it up on the screen. We got Sub Mom and myself up here. Some things that occurred. Cordell stepped away. And if there's anything else that needs to be, discussed with that, or any questions or anything further, tap in with the Tuesday show, check it out, find out for yourself, gather your own, conclusion from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're moving forward. And still got things planned. You can see it on the screen. Last Second Level Up is this Sunday.
Right.
Yeah, and that's last second because next Sunday is the Song of the Month tournament. Mm-hmm.
Boom. Just like that. Happening fast.
Well, yeah. See, it's gonna go faster, or seem like it's faster now because we're down to the one day a week for the Downtown Sound, rather than the 2 days, which would have made it for like 8 shows during the month versus the 4. But I like this. This whole setup moving forward. I think this will work because we got the 2 winners every night, on top of the occasional wild card. And yeah, I think that the wild card's been playing a key part of this competition, low key, because some of the wild cards have come through and made it either the entire way to win, or made it at least up into like a runners up position, which is wild for a wild card to be moving through that fast. You know what I'm saying?
Wild cards.
For facts.
Yeah. Aptly named.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it. I think that having the one show with the 2 winners, it's kind of fun because it's like we get to pick 2.
Right.
So we get 2, and that gives the audience 2 chances. So yeah, make sure you bring your best stuff on Sunday. We'll see what's good. Who's gonna walk away with the month of June? It's a pretty cool month. It's like the first month of summer and stuff. So
right.
Pretty cool month to win. You got the song of the summer.
Ooh. Excuse me. I think T1D, he did send one. It says early bird edition. Okay. I think I know what this is, T1D. I'm not gonna front. I think I seen you on your live talking about this one. And then I think I seen some posts about sneak peeks about it. So this might be what I'm thinking. I don't know. We'll double check.
Ooh, is it a new one?
It is a new one.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know what this one is. Maybe not. He might have changed it since what I was seeing, because it was still one of those like, well, let me work on it type of things. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I am gonna switch us over though. We're gonna come over here and hold up. We're not gonna go over there yet because I don't have it. There it is. All right. Let me quiet us down. Sorry about this, VC. I gotta quiet us down because we're gonna start talking about some real shit here. It's real but kind of humorous at that. You had an article here, right? That you had sent in This dude's face just kills me. But
Oh, is
Do
this
you know about the
the
McDonald's ice?
conspiracy
it's
thing?
the McDonald's. All right, so
Yeah.
it's the McDonald's McFlurry conspiracy thing, is what
It's
we're
just
talking about.
wild. Yeah, so
Um,
like it's just
go ahead,
you
go
know
ahead.
anytime you go to McDonald's, like the ice cream machine is always broken. And like that's become a joke. Like everybody's always like, "Oh yeah, it doesn't work." But there's actually a reason. Like there's actually something behind it and it's wild. And I've heard little like different takes on it and stuff, but I've never actually heard the whole story. Like, and this guy lays it out really well in like a quick few minutes, and it's really crazy.
Okay, all right.
So
Well,
yeah,
I'm gonna play the video. We're gonna see what's up, and then we'll talk about it after. You know.
yeah.
Ice cream machine conspiracy, because the McDonald's ice cream machines are famous for being broken. Taylor, the company that makes all the equipment for McDonald's, they also manufacture the ice cream machines for several other chains, like Wendy's, for example, where the ice cream machines never seem to be down. And that's foreshadowing, because it was a huge problem for McDonald's franchisees, the people who actually own the individual McDonald's, because they're required to use Taylor machines. That's the company, right? But the machines are horrible and they're impossible to fix on your own. And so every time it breaks, you have to call a technician from Taylor to come out and plug their special computer in to fix it for you. And it's a whole thing. So then, a couple dudes came up with a solution and founded a company called Kitsch. They had invented a technology that plugs into the Taylor machine and has a special computer built in to let franchisees fix the machines on their own. And we know all about these crazy details because Kitsch eventually filed a lawsuit that is wild to read. People from Taylor tried to infiltrate their trials while they were beta testing this technology, and they did it in 3 different ways. First, by asking to participate directly, then by asking under pseudonyms, then hiring private investigators to join the trials, and then eventually they got a McDonald's franchisee to join the trial on their behalf. As soon as they got their hands on one of these Kitsch machines, it went offline and stopped communicating data to Kitsch headquarters, and it later came out in court that they had been running the machine disconnected from the internet nonstop to presumably reverse engineer the technology. Around the same time, McDonald's HQ sent out a memo warning all the franchisees not to use the Kitsch software, or they would void their warranties and might be liable for legal penalties. Just a few months later, a new company called Powerhouse Dynamics came out with a product identical to Kitsch. And when the Kitsch team looked into it, they discovered that the new company was owned by none other than
Taylor.
Middleby, the parent company of Taylor,
Yep.
the ice cream machine company.
Yep.
They discovered that Taylor, the company making these broken ice cream machines, took at least a quarter of their revenue from repairing the machines, not from selling working ones in the first place. Their whole business model relied on selling faulty machines that were constantly in need of repair. And then it came out in further discovery that the executives at Middleby, Taylor, and McDonald's had been colluding to kill the Kitsch software because they were in on the broken ice cream machine scam altogether to some degree. It was literally a corporate conspiracy theory over the most mundane thing ever, McFlurries. Do you know?
So okay. What's good, King James? So I have a couple things to talk about with this. First, I'm gonna let you go because I know you. This is your article. I want you to let your opinion be out there. What you thought about it?
It's just so funny, like the lengths that these people went to, like to make money off of broken machines, and the fact that it's like a company is supposed to be making a machine to make ice cream, but really they're making their money off of fixing the broken machines. And it
Yeah.
makes me think so much of like the planned obsolescence and stuff, like with our phones and so many different things. Like, it used to
Cars,
be that,
mechanics.
yeah, exactly. It used to be that you would get a TV and your TV would last like forever, but now it's like TVs only last a handful of years. Refrigerators, like washing machines, everything.
Yeah.
It's like they only last for a handful of years and then you got to go buy another one, and then there's all these upgrades and they're more expensive, and it's just like
You know what it
the
reminds me of? I don't know if you've ever watched the movie. It's not iRobot, but it's called Robots.
Mm-mm.
It's the what is it? Pixar? Is it Pixar or Disney?
What?
The one with Robin Williams.
That's
It's just called Robots.
It's called Robots, right? That's DreamWorks. It's DreamWorks. It's called Robots. And it's
Oh,
called
I don't.
Robots. It's got fucking. Hold on. I'll find the clip while we're talking about it. But it reminds me of this one because literally, um, the whole the whole the whole premise of that movie is like everybody's robots, right? But
Hmm.
at the same time, what happens is this dude that is helping all these robots with repairs and shit like that. His company gets bought out, and basically becomes irrelevant as an owner. They throw him almost in a loony bin, right? In a solitary confinement loony bin thing. And the dude that now
Jeez.
takes it over and runs it tells all these robots that they have to get upgrades in order to stay alive, or in order to
Oh,
function and shit. It's similar to that. It's a little bit more extreme, but
yeah.
it's similar in that aspect of like constantly needing to upgrade, constantly needing to do this. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Right.
and
And it almost makes me think of like um you know the medical field and like pharmaceuticals and stuff too, because it's like there's a huge bunch of profit to be made in keeping people sick and not actually
yeah,
fixing them, if you will.
I was
But
literally getting to
like,
that, the medical side of
yeah,
things too.
right. It's just funny that like an ice cream machine, like when you look at it as in the perspective of like this is the lengths that these people will go through just to make money off of McDonald's ice cream machines. It just is a really interesting comment on the bigger picture of what else, what else is like this,
Mm-hmm.
which a lot of things are like this. It's so crazy and it's all documented. Like there's court cases and yeah, and just wild,
So the new dude
absolutely
takes
crazy.
over. I think this is it, right? Is it this one? Yeah, this is the clip right here. So this is the guy that takes over. Let me slide it over here real quick so y'all can see it. So the guy takes over. This is the new dude that takes over, and this is what he was talking about. As soon as he takes over, and basically what's going to end up being society from here on out.
Upgrades, people, upgrades. That's how we make the dough.
See, literally, what that statement right there is literally what you're talking about as far as this scam goes. He says, "Upgrades, people, upgrades. That's how we make the dough."
Yeah.
Literally is like almost hand in hand with what you're talking about as far as the McFlurry thing. I like the fact that he was talking about how corporately. Okay, and this is what I take from this, not necessarily the scam itself. That's something that it's not for me. It's not a surprise, just
Right.
based on how everything is just worldwide when it comes to the different occupations and how low key things are run. You can kind of see at the bottom line that profit margins also keyed in on the way that you're actually affecting the product before it gets
Right.
released, how you're then reflecting on the product after it's in need of repair or this and that, is the warranties that are based in it. Like, for a fact that it's weird when you have a product and the warranty is so long, but then it breaks the day after the warranty or a week
Oh
after the
yeah.
warranty, conveniently, right?
Right.
But at the same time, for me, corporately, I'm looking at this when he said that such and such Kitsch came out with, and then all of a sudden Taylor was over there doing their due diligence to stop it. But then as simultaneously, when they said that the parent company of
Mm-hmm.
Taylor comes out with it,
Right.
and it's similar to the kitchen. Now think about it. Taylor was over there basically getting it and reverse engineering it. What do you do when you reverse engineer something? You got the steps on how to engineer it now.
Yeah.
So they just took it and ran with it. But see, that's the thing. Like, it's the parent. Like, they wouldn't have known that if they didn't do the research. They would have just thought that was some other company. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, you look at it now and it's like, oh man, everybody's got a problem with this company. Well, guess what? That company's got a parent company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And vice
I
versa.
mean,
Like,
they're all
that parent
linked.
company, you might be able to shut that parent company down. But guess what? They already have 3 or 4, sibling companies that they got running around that they could just now build off of that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a monopoly, and it just
Mm-hmm.
makes it really obvious because it's like they had a thing going. Oh, this works. We'll make our money off of fixing things, and then Kitsch comes out and's like, "Hey, we're gonna help you do it cheaper or whatever," and they're like, "No." And they
Mm-hmm.
just shut them down, steal their ideas, and it's like, They Kitsch wouldn't even had to come out with a product to fix their ice cream machines had their ice cream machines not been built to be faulty. Like,
Right. But in that same breath, you can say corporately, this is one example, but just imagine the difference of occupations just across the globe, right? And how
mhm,
they're running it. Like, they have a system. Somebody came in with a system that enhanced that system to a point where it's a lot easier to run, it's a lot easier to do, and they had an issue with it.
right.
That in and of itself is like one of those like red flags. Like, wait a minute, so you guys don't want the better version?
Right.
In in
It's the same
in a
thing.
society driven of upgrades, and this is better than this. Like, why would we not want the
Right.
better version? You know what I mean? In this instance, like, it's weird. What's good,
It's
Math?
like it's similar to like there have been stories about how people have come up with like clean vehicles or vehicles that run on like water and stuff like that, and then the next thing you know it's like they get hit by a bus and
Right.
we never get this clean vehicle because that would just make it hard for a lot of people to continue to make money the way that they have been making
Well,
it.
see, right, and I find it ironic that what you just mentioned, as far as the clean vehicle, like shortly after all that kind of got dismissed, they come out with electric.
Right, right.
It's like, wait a minute, did you not want that to be coming out because maybe you guys had already had the idea of this way to be happening and you want it driven
Right.
more to this way for some reason?
Hmm.
Like, that's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where's the money to be made?
That is
You
the
know?
McFlurry conspiracy, though. I don't know if anybody out there in the chat has heard this, but that's for the most part what, you know, corporately. Yeah.
Oh, I have allergies.
Just go up to your right.
He's like minus the coffin, lightweight.
Oh God. Um. So yeah, no, that one there. Again, so mom with that article, I had. All right, so I had some very interesting shit to pop off to you guys, and I don't know how informed you guys are of the prior incident, but we did talk about the Air India plane crash, right? We talked a couple different things. Like, we thought it was weird how like the plane hit the building the way it did, exploded. The building still stood up, like it's still
Mhm.
structurally there. Like, obviously there's damage and there's a lot of damage to it, but the structure in and of itself is standing, right?
Yeah.
The second thing is that there was a sole survivor. Okay, the problem that we're having, at least me, when I say we're, I meant me. I don't know about some mom, but for me, I'm skeptical as fuck now because just recently there was a video leaked, and it's something that's kind of pertaining to the fact that like their news over there, obviously they have their own coverage going on over there, is not talking about this, and the narrative is still being run that this is a sole survivor. However, it's odd because this video here shows the quote unquote sole survivor walking from just the random street outside. He's walking from the street into the plane wreckage, and then shortly after walking out, all beat up and with a limp and all kind of shit. So yeah, just check out this video real quick. Let me know what you guys are gonna think about this. This right here is supposed to be the man that you see walking in the white T-shirt is supposed to be the sole survivor of this crash. So check this out. That was the clip that I seen, right? obviously when you go back, if you've seen the videos of him quote unquote getting rescued and walking out the building, and put on a stretcher and all that, he's super beat up. But it's just odd that if in fact he was the sole survivor, right? Why would he have left the building and then came back into the building
Right.
just to leave the building? Number one. Number two, if he was in fact in the plane wreckage, how is he wearing a perfectly clean t-shirt and pants, but
Yeah.
missing a sock?
That doesn't make any sense.
Now,
I don't
anybody
think.
that is familiar with the story, they've already come out and claimed in their articles and in the videos that they've had on the news that he was sitting in seat 11A, which happens to be directly next to the emergency exit door. And if you're familiar with planes, the emergency exit door is normally right in front of or right behind where the wing area is. The wing area happens to be where the engines are, which where the explosions normally would have kind of combusted from and then built into the fuel system, which would have blew up the rest of it, right? This is weird because he was sitting right there. So if he was in fact the sole survivor, I felt like smoke damage, especially with like a whitest color t-shirt, you would have some sort of smoke damage to it. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about it. This is very odd to me coming out because now he's the forefront of the entire thing. Now I'm wondering, like, if this is skeptical to this situation, is there a meaning to this? Is there a backing to this? Is there something that why is there a reasoning for why they're saying there's a sole survivor when there might not have been any?
Yeah, and like, yeah, it's very odd. I don't get what the point would be.
But I mean, you see it here. He walks into the he's already missing his sock, but he's got his phone in his hand. He doesn't seem to be walking with any sort of like limp. But now he's walking out and he's got like a stumble to him. He's acting dazed, like he doesn't know what's going on. And then they go and grab him and they're like, "Come here, man. Come here. What's up? What's up?" And then it's like he's telling them, "Yeah, man, I just survived the plane crash." It's like, but we just watched you walk in there.
Like, how could he just be doing it for like clout?
See, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know because the other thing is like, did he walk in? You can't really see it in this video, which is very, disturbing to me because I would like to see prior to him walking. You see him walking in, but I'm saying, does he look fucked up walking in? Like, did he just get mugged on the street and then try to act like he was in the plane crash? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like to me, no matter how you look at it, it's weird. If he's seriously the sole survivor, just weird. If he entered the building after the plane crash from the street, it's weird. Like, it's just weird. Like, no matter what, no matter how you slice it, it's odd.
And I've tried to find some other videos of this action. I haven't yet. But that's also disturbing to me on my front because I'm like, if this is the sole video of this evidence, why does this person have it? Why did they feel the need to video this guy specifically?
Right.
From the street to all, like, you know what I'm saying? It's very
Unless
weird.
that's like security footage, maybe, like from a security camera.
No, I mean, you could see it here. This is a person holding a cell phone.
Was it moving around? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely, they zoom in. They're talking with other people in a group. It looks like it's about head high.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so then, yeah, no, that's weird. Really weird, man.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
It's just, I don't know, man. It's super odd.
It's almost like the only thing I could possibly think of is like, was he going in there to try to cover something up or retrieve something or
right?
I don't know.
They said in the news article they said that his brother was on board too and apparently perished in the accident.
Oh.
So some people were wondering and speculating, did he go in to look for his brother? But at the same time, it's like, look at what is behind him.
Right, like
and do you think that somebody in that situation would have survived it?
Right, like, it's an inferno.
for real though, I still find it so skeptical as to what the different angles that they showed of the plane crash itself. And then on top of that, the explanation of what his ticket said as far as his seat, the location of where he was on board. It just, look, it all seems weird that he's able to survive out of all the people.
You know, it almost makes me wonder if maybe he's like a plant because maybe they just, how am I trying to say this? Like if they have him to say, yeah, I was the only one that survived and here's my ticket, and yeah, I don't know what happened, you know, we just crashed, then maybe people won't look into it as much because maybe there was something really shady going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And see, he could and the other thing that I'm trying to get to understand is this didn't happen like far. Like they weren't on the travel already. This literally happened as takeoff occurred. So he could have very well bought the ticket. He could have the ticket, recorded it, and all that.
Oh,
he didn't have to necessarily board the plane. He could have left and went right down the street, did his thing on the side in an alleyway. Somebody could have punched. He could have bashed his head. He could have did anything, and then just walked up the road. It happened on takeoff. It was only so far away from the airport. It wasn't very far.
That's a really good point.
You know what I'm saying? This could have all been done. I'm not saying it is. This is Blood and One's radio network, man. It's all allegedly. It's all speculative. But that's just something to think about, man. Like,
yeah, that's wild. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he absolutely could have bought a ticket.
Everything could have been recorded and everything. You know what I'm saying? He could have went through security. He could have went through the airport. Everything could have checked out over there. But then he could have just said, fuck it, and left.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder when we see him entering the building, like, was he planting, like, the DVR, the black box?
I mean, nothing's in his hand except for
No.
It looks like a phone. It looks like a cell phone is in his hand because it looks like when he walks out, the same thing that was in his hand. It looks like right here, he looks like he's talking on it.
Right.
But even that, like, your phone didn't break in a plane crash with an explosion like that.
Well, and I just feel like, I don't know, man, if you had just been on a plane that crashed into a building and blew up, is on fire, your brother died, everybody else around you died, you just like are walking out of that and like on your phone, like,
I need you to see this view right here. This view, look how clean this fucking white shirt is.
Oh, wait, hold on, I'm going back.
Look how clean that white shirt is.
Yeah.
Look at that black ass smoke over there.
Yeah, that's wild.
You did not come from in that with that shirt, bro.
Yeah, white was a weird choice. Bless you.
Bless you. I'm sorry. That fact alone of how, like, anybody that knows anything about laundry knows that
Where's
white
Ty?
white stains like a motherfucker with the littlest shit.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me that roaring ass fire with that deep of fucking dense smoke, and you came out from that.
Perfectly white t-shirt, just a few little bumps on your eyeballs.
And his pants are all intact, and somehow the only thing you're doing, you're missing a sock.
Yeah, how'd you end up missing a sock?
It's just weird, man. I don't know.
It's so
Like I
weird.
said, we did the coverage on this before, right? Before we did the coverage on this we just thought the initial thing we thought was weird. Again, we didn't know anything about this video. This video just came out recently, and I thought it was odd when I was like, wait a minute, hold up. That's the guy that said he was a survivor. Where's he coming from? Because the initial thought was just alone, how did a plane crash into a building, yet the building's still standing? And it's not just the fact of, like, the building still standing, right? It's the fact of, like, this location, guys. They don't have the best construction material here. Right? And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. I'm just saying that comparative to what we have over here versus what we had in a certain year where a couple of buildings collapsed because so-called planes hit them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's odd. I find that odd to me.
Yeah.
Like that was the initial odd point, but now there's a whole different layer of odd going on here. When now you got this so-called survivor walking into the joint and then walking out like, "Oh, hey guys, my bad. I don't know what happened."
Yeah, it's just really weird.
Yeah, I don't know, man. What's up, everybody? Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Friday morning. Appreciate you guys sliding through. Again, it is early. Sorry for y'all that are joining up a little bit later. We did go over some different news topics so far. We have another one coming up here in a minute, but this one here, I just like I said, I wanted to get people's reactions on this one again.
Yeah, it's wild.
Blind reactions at that, because for me, not for me. Again, I'm the one that's seen this. I brought this to the table, but Sub Mom on her blind reaction. I just wanted to know what you thought, as well as the people in the chat, man. This is a very odd thing
Yeah,
to see. I'm
this is
looking
just
at
so
what's going to
weird.
happen after said video gets, obviously it's leaked, but I want to see if there's anything specific to this in future interviews. Like, what's up?
Yeah,
What's up with that
yeah.
video, bro? We seen you walking up in there. Like, what happened with this? You know what I'm saying? I did find it odd, and again, it's speculative as far as I'm concerned. But I found it odd that when I found this video, okay, a day later, it was just probably 3 or 4 different articles. Now, again, I've looked it up. It says it's fake. It says it's not true. There's been video evidence that he's not. But supposedly, since this video came out, the day after was saying that he had been arrested. So now I'm like, wait, why was he arrested? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Which I thought would have been convenient. But at the same
right.
time, I was like, wait a minute. So I looked it up, but nah, so he's not arrested from what I can gather and the information that I was able to do research on. He's not arrested, but I thought it was very odd that that rumor came out shortly after this video came out. Um,
Yeah.
it was just weird. It was very weird. But moving on again. If you guys have anything to say about this, if you are watching the replay, be sure to comment and let us know what you guys' thoughts are on all this stuff going on across the
Yeah.
world. Our next little article here, right? I got this one here. So based on the Iran-Israel thing that's popping off, we got the U.S. saying that they're gonna wait 2 weeks. They got 2 weeks. Now, this coming yesterday, last night, about 11 o'clock at night is when this was reported. But it says Trump here says he'll decide whether the U.S. will directly attack Iran within 2 weeks.
Dang.
So basically, mark your calendars.
Right.
All right. Not necessarily for anything specific, but just given the fact that this is directly given a timeline, I'm assuming that that timeline will eventually equivalent to something. But the article itself goes on to say that he's going to decide 2 weeks whether or not to get the U.S. military directly involved. Given that there's a substantial chance for renewed negotiation over Tehran's nuclear program, the two sides attacked one another again for a 7th day. So they're still going at it. All right. He's been kind of weighing whether or not to attack Iran. But at the same time, it's one of them things where they're looking at a specific thing. Right here, they're looking at a uranium enrichment facility, which is buried in a mountain. And it's been considered untouchable.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is kind of where the idea from whether or not to actually actively do something about it is coming into play. Because I'm wondering if this has to do with something more than what we're talking about initially, as far as the nuclear thing, right?
Yeah. Well, like the uranium enrichment, I know there's like different types of uranium, and there's like a type that you would use for like nuclear power, but then there's another type that is just used for bombs.
Right.
And I think the consensus is that this facility that they have hidden in the mountain, that's That's the other type. Like it's the type for bombs.
Right.
So, I mean, nobody wants to put feet on the ground, but I don't know how else that they would take out a facility like that without putting feet on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We got, excuse me, he said Prime Minister Benjamin, I don't know exactly how to pronounce, but Netanyahu, I believe is how it's pronounced.
yeah.
Said he trusted that Trump would do what's best for America. Now, I don't know if you guys had also seen the press conference with him talking. Who was he talking to exactly? I cannot remember now. Fuck. But he was talking to him, and I guess they signed. Do you remember who it was? That he was talking to. Remember with the press conference, and the guy had to look at the paper like, "Wait, what?" Basically, he signed the executive order for something, and it was within the fine print. It was telling them that they were willing to move something. The embassy. They were willing to move the embassy to the U.S.
No, to Jerusalem.
Oh, to Jerusalem. To Jerusalem. And the guy literally was like looking through his paperwork, like, "Wait a minute, we signed what?" So that was weird. I thought that part was weird specifically because it's like, wait a minute, you didn't even realize what you signed when you signed it.
Yeah, what the heck?
And we're talking about like high-ranking politics here, not like just your mayor, right?
Right.
So I thought that was weird. In the same instance, though, what we're seeing here in this article about the U.S. being involved, I thought it was weird because this video particularly is from like about 20 years ago, right? This guy starts talking at another press conference, and again, about 20 years ago, this is what was being talked about, and it seems awfully funny to me about the content of what this is versus what we're looking at in real life today.
Mhm.
All right, so just hear out what he's got to say. We'll kind of do some reaction after, but yeah, this is yeah. Check it out.
Identify tonight two very important things that the United States has to do for Israel. There are many more, but there's no need to do more than simply two. In order for Israel to succeed the United States as a ruling state in the world, not only must the US economy collapse and the US dollar collapse, and when the US dollar collapses, it brings down the whole world of paper money with it, and if you don't believe me, just wait. Just wait. Not only must the United States collapse its economy and its money, but in addition, Israel has to wage a big war, which even non-Muslim political analysts are now anticipating. A big war. Even Jews now within Israel, I'm getting emails, even Jews within Israel, Jewish academics who are in opposition to the Sharon government, they are now understanding that there's something big about to happen. And they're warning the world about it. Of course, it's too late now. Israel has to wage this big war, which is already planned long ago. And the territory of the state of Israel, states have some...
I wanted to say, I don't know if you caught the end of that. He didn't get to say it, but the captions picked it up. The captions picked it up, and he said, the state of Israel will greatly expand. Think about this. Israel's going against Iran right now. Iran is a much bigger territory.
Yeah.
Right? He already said something about the collapse of the economy when it comes to the dollar here. The dollar's already been collapsing for like since COVID, low key.
Yeah.
Since COVID.
Well, even probably before that. I mean,
a little bit before that, but I'm saying since COVID, that's when it really was like, hey, listen, this is a card only. We don't accept cash here. I don't know about your area, but around here, a lot of these motherfuckers around here do not accept cash.
Yo.
Yeah.
I just sent you that video where the president...
Oh, okay.
They're tired of getting wet money.
I mean, look, hey, I'm just saying, I don't know about anybody else's area and where you guys are at, but a lot of places here are cashless. And I'm talking about not just like venues. I'm talking about like restaurants, bars, like stores, grocery stores, like things like that are cashless here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting to be way more of like a digital currency type
Okay, it was the
thing.
president of Serbia. Sorry about that. It was the president of Serbia for
Oh,
that other thing with the policy that he signed.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, the look he had, bro. I swear to God, it was so weird. I'm gonna bring that video up in a second, but we're gonna still react to this one here. Um, but yeah, as I don't like I said, I don't know if you caught that at the end of it. He literally said the state of Israel will dramatically expand. And
Mhm.
again, this is being over, at least 20 years old now that this press conference happened. But when he said the fall of the dollar, and then he said wage a big war, Israel's literally trying to wage a big war right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is it should this part hit home when not only did I reflect back on that, you had this article here with Trump talking about the U.S. might directly attack, meaning we will presumably put our name in the ring for what will be this war.
Yeah, like openly participating, right?
Right.
It's scary, man.
Right.
Well, because you figure like Iran, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're kind of linked with like China and Russia, and then it's like Israel and us and all the other, I don't know, other allies there. So it's like you could easily see how that could become a world war very
Yes,
easily.
King James. Yes, I was just about to say that. I
Hmm.
was just about to say that too, bro. He said all jobs are trying to push for direct deposit, though. Like, yeah, that's exactly it, bro. That's exactly it. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Calm down. Look, hey. I'm
Yeah, it's it's
T1D's
getting
like,
scary.
let's just do this the humble way. Hey man, just calm down, bro.
Just chill,
This
just
is all you
chill.
got to do is calm down, bro.
Go
Take a
play some
seat.
golf.
Take a seat. Yeah, right, right. This is the
Yeah,
uh
I
this is the president of Serbia though. Look, he realizes that he didn't fully read this policy. Now, listen to when Trump says something about moving the location of the embassy. That's when this dude starts flipping through paperwork like, "Wait a minute, I did what?" Here it
Oh
is.
God.
Serbia is committed to opening a commercial office in Jerusalem this month and to move its embassy to Jerusalem in July. That's fantastic. That's a big thing. That's a very big statement, and we appreciate that very much. It's taken tremendous bravery by the president of Serbia and the president of Kosovo, who are with me today, two highly respected people, to embark
He's
on
like,
these talks and to
shit.
come to Serbia is
I mean,
committed
you see
to.
it. You see it as soon as he says that. He not only flips through the paperwork, but then he looks to the side to his advisors and shit, and he's like, "I did what?" And then he hit the whole like, bruh.
Yeah, hand on the head. Oh my God.
Again, it's something small, but it to the fact of this being what it is, and the fact that homie looks like he has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
That's disconcerting for me, just on the fact of looking at it globally. Like, this is a president of Serbia, but president, we're looking at the top of the hierarchy here when it comes to these political things. I'm looking at it like, what's going on here, bro? If this motherfucker don't even know what's up,
Yeah.
like, what? Who else out there don't know what the fuck they signing?
Somebody in the comments there though said that like Pence is standing there. So they're wondering if this is an old clip.
I don't know. Maybe. Even
Yeah, I
then,
don't know.
it's still like, wait a minute, I didn't know this
Yeah.
happened, but the homeboy didn't even know what's up.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, I seen that too. The problem though is like that's actually a trending. This is actually a trending comment,
Really.
but it's also a trending comment because of the trend that is going on which is doing exactly that, recycling shit from fucking years and years ago. I didn't claim that this was today or whatever. I'm just saying that I seen the video recently of this happening, and I'm like, well, that just is funny because, like, that seems like the world right now. We don't know what the fuck's going on. We're just watching a bunch of shit happen. You know?
Right. And it's just, you don't essentially don't know what you're signing up for most of the time.
King James facts. Facts. That is facts, bro. But I just, like I said, I thought this video here, which I knew was old. I did express that this was old. But the fact that what he's saying is very prevalently relevant to what we got going on in the world now is a little disconcerting to me.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It's definitely something for me to look out for.
Yeah.
Like,
yes, sir.
I'm saying, because if I'm not mistaken, I gotta look this up, but I'm pretty sure, didn't we reinstate the draft?
Oh, I don't know.
Hold on.
I'll look.
Let me double check. Okay, no, we have not reinstated it. No. I think they were trying to, though. I think there was something. Oh, it does say it right here. It says that there's been a proposal for it, but it's not been written up by Senate yet. Right. So they are trying to. Okay, I thought I read something about it, but so yeah, they're definitely trying, and that's convenient too. I'm trying to do that.
Oh my gosh, that's scary to even think of.
Hey, look, I'm just saying. 18 to 25 in the next. For here, it looks like the next fucking maybe possible year.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout if you're in that.
I'm wondering.
That age, you know?
I'm wondering too. Like, is it gonna be? Because like back in the day, they would draft males, but like. Now, with the way everything is today, is it going to be male and female?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody taking my kid to fight a war, I'll tell you that much.
I understand what you're talking about, though.
Well, yeah, you have a son. You have 2 sons, right?
And a daughter. Like, I get exactly what you're saying. But yeah, nah, like, for real, though, that it's not anything to be, you know what I'm saying, toying around with for sure. Definitely something to be looking at. And looking into, you know, for whatever. I know everybody's got their own things they got going on in life, but even then, whatever you got going on could even drastically change just based on what's going on elsewhere.
Right.
But yeah, no, we got some. I'm gonna bring some of these in the queue over here. We got some tracks to go over.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna put them on screen on the. Let me put them on a different screen though. This screen is too big. Holy shit. Hold on. There we go, guys. That one was. Woo. All right. This one. So T1D. This one says early bird edition, right? Just give us some context real quick. Do you want to drive? Is this a drive-by review? Is this not actually done? It says released, but I know you're probably doing it as a snippet. You just want us to check it out? Because if it is a snippet, I don't want to give it a drive-by review if it ain't even something that's fully there. It's only 1 minute and 18 seconds, so we might just check it out. I know he's driving.
Do a vibe check. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We'll just do a vibe check on it for right now. For the snippet, it says Baseline, and it's an album release. Let's see what he's talking about.
All right.
That one dude. Let's get it.
Oh, he said it's the intro track to the album.
Okay. Let's get it.
Baseline, no interrupt. Rubbing me, dog. Rush. What you rushing me, dog? Oh my God, is you hearing this? They say that T1D, that boy, he ain't no lyricist. Yeah, you delirious, and I really don't care about none of that. I got a trick up my sleeve, I call it thunderclap. Using my in the baseline. Using my voice like that thunderclap. Baseline, no interruption, no discussion. Dog rush, no rushing me, ball. About to make his history on this track, legendary. Show you why them 90s babies real scary. Cowboys in my city like the Wild Wild West. I'm going worldwide, countryside, they call me the best. Using my the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You holding me back, don't call you lose. I'm just doing my thing when you do what you do. Yeah, I'm on the clock and I don't got no time. This is the reason I stay on the grind. Sharing my music don't cost you a dime. You be the reason that they find me. You be the reason that they find me. So stay blessed. I hope you're feeling like a rock star. Next time, make sure you use your.
Yeah, it's T1D. That one dude, that was Baseline. I see what you did. That is the one I was talking about. That is the one I was talking about. It did change a little bit compared to what I was hearing him when he was doing his thing in the studio and all that, and kind of saucing it up. But yeah, I get it.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool. It's cool. That's just his voice. Cool. His voice and a bass line. That's it.
It works.
Now, my question though is the album similar to this intro, or is the intro just kind of something fun to play around with as far as with the audience? Are we gonna be expecting the album to be this whole concept? Just a bunch of different bass lines that you're working with? That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. Just thinking about it, I'm like, a whole album with nothing but bass lines. No other music instrumental wise, just bass lines. That'd be wild.
I'm wondering if it's like a play on words though too, because like, you know, you could say like, oh, I'm just trying to get like the bass line, like the basic understanding, you know.
Yeah. I hear that. I definitely hear that. Oh man.
Cool.
Hey, everybody in the chat, man, we got the submission form open. Get your submission in. We got Whip's drive-by reviews, and we have release music for vibe checks. We got a drive-by review right here from Z-Baby. Yeah, Z-Baby sliding through with a drive-by review called Confession.
All right.
Man, Z-Baby. It says there's a collaborator. I'm not sure who is on this with you, bro. If you can, let us know in the chat. But we're going to give it a drive-by review here on Blown Ones Radio Network. Confession from Z-Baby, man. Step up.
Z-Baby. Look, there's too many thoughts in my head, baby girl, that I think that I'll make a confession. Got it on lock, a blessing. Z-Baby, you great, perfection. A lot of my name protected. Back to the bone that I think that I'll fetch it. Toxic as hell might be my profession, huh? Taking her around like she ride Mercedes. Stoner, she might be a diamond, baby. Seeing my back, she eyeing, chasing. Fucking her high in the sky location. You know what she want. Testing her like what she doing, she don't. Losing her all, but a nigga is capping. Wanna her gone, so my money belong to Z. To me. You give her an inch, she taking a mile. I guess she just wanted to leave. They wanna be high all the time, like outside, like how much we depending on trees. Everybody be wanting a baby, you might as well pull up and get you a Z. Gang, there's too many thoughts in my head, baby girl, that I think that I'll make a confession. Got it on lock, a blessing. Z, baby, you great, perfection. A lot of my name protected. Back to the bone that I think that I'll fetch it. Toxic as hell might be my profession, huh?
Z ain't never met nobody like you. Things that they said I know ain't true. Toxic ain't the word for you. Raised a real nigga, but a nerd, I love it too. If you gave me them bands, I'll multiply. If you test me, I'll pass, cause I'm on your side. If you gave me an inch, I'll double side. And when you give me the dick, I'll ride around. Loving my man, yeah. Ain't about the bands, yeah. Driving the Benz, yeah. And he a 10, yeah. Fucking Mercedes, yeah. And he got babies, yeah. And he do love me, yeah. Romeo and Julie.
There's too many thoughts in my head, baby girl, that I think that I'll make a confession. Got it on lock, a blessing. Z, baby, you great, perfection. A lot of my name protected. Back to the bone that I think that I'll fetch it. Toxic as hell might be my profession, huh? There's too many thoughts in my head, baby girl, that I think that I'll make a confession. Got it on lock, a blessing. Z, baby, you great, perfection. A lot of my name protected. Back to the bone that I think that I'll fetch it. Toxic as hell might be my profession, huh? Z, baby.
Yeah, that was Confession right there. Z Baby, and he said Prosperity is the collaborator on this one.
Mm.
Drive-by review though come in. Samam, what you got for him on Confession? What's your confession for the drive-by?
So, on the mix, I had a 4. I really liked what was done with like the female. I'm assuming that's Prosperity. The female vocal on the mix, hers sounded really good. There were just parts like with his vocal that I felt were a little muddy in the mix. So I would say maybe
Right.
like compress a little bit and like bring it up in the mix. I mean, but it sounded really good. I could hear you. Like the volume was good and everything. It's just like the tone, I guess, was sort of getting lost a little bit and muddied with the backing. As far as relatability, I had a 4. I mean, I liked what you guys were talking about. It's relatable, I think, and I think a lot of people would vibe with this. And replayability, I also have a 4, so I have 4s across the board. I think they could easily be boosted up just with a few little tweaks in the mix, but overall, it's a pretty solid track, and I think this is good work.
Right. Wait, my fault. Oh, never mind. My fault. Quinn's sending me some stuff, some of these other articles that we were talking about before. This one, though, this one's new. This is actually the one I was talking to you about prior to the show starting. And yeah, I finally got that video. This is yeah. This is some more stuff to talk about. But yeah, Quinn's over there doing straight up on her reporter shit.
Hell yeah.
She getting the news up.
Shout out to Quinn.
Back to Z Baby though, similar to what you was talking about. I will say that maybe a vocal blend between the two of these guys will help a little bit better. Similar to what you said as far as getting his vocals a little bit, they're a little muddy, right? So like getting them a little bit more cleared. Overall though, the vibe was there. It wasn't like a big contrast in the vocals because it's weird. He's got a deeper voice, but she came through in a way where it really accentuated that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a good contrast between the two. So I fucked with the collab altogether and the vibe that was set. Just getting in the mix, Z. That's where I think this is at. Just getting in the mix. So for me, the mix was at a 3, like a 3.5. Just because we need to get all that situated. But other than that, the relatability up with a 4, and then a replayability right now, as it stands, is at like a 3.5. But we get that situated. It's mostly mixed. That's all it is, really. I will say, I think with the female, the way because she was in second, I feel like if she would have did a little bit more playful things in the first half of the song as some backings, just to kind of allude that she's going to be coming in with her own stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think that might be something that you could. It's just something experimental. You know what I mean? Just to see what it could be. Similar to what you had as like backings on that one track that we were listening to last night, and you were like, these seemed a lot more natural when I was doing them. Like things like that, those type of like ooh, like with the beat or something, just something where like, wait a minute, is that a female? And then all of a sudden she'll come in on her spot. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I think that might be something.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me see over here. So this is the. Let me swing it. I'm gonna swing us back over. Cause this is the video here that I was talking to you about. I couldn't find it, but Quinn, on her reporter shit, she found it. So
shout out
this
Quinn.
Is this video here is claimed. It's claimed as Israel bombing itself. Okay. Now there's some speculation behind this. I don't think, as of right now, I haven't seen anything come out news-wise about this being said of what it actually is. I'm still looking at it and trying to figure this out on their side, but this missile comes from Israel, and if anybody is aware of what the situation is, Iran isn't like right next to them, right? They're kind of far apart. There's a whole Iraq in between them. But the flight path of this bomb, you'll see it. And I'll kind of explain a little bit more of what my speculation is behind this afterwards. Yeah, Iron Dome. Yep. Yep. We'll talk a little bit about that 24K. This is the video though right here. Missile goes up and then comes straight back down.
What the heck? Oh, yeah. See, like, that's making me wonder if that isn't, like, some sort of issue with the Iron Dome or something.
So, now here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing behind this, right? That's a speculation, right? There was a problem with it, right? Which is cool. I understand that happens. I get it. However, the other speculation is that Iran, even though they are bombing them, have mainly targeted strictly military targets, whether it be facilities or the actual personnel. Now, you see in some of the videos we showed Iran's missiles and where they've been targeting and the preciseness of these targets getting hit, right? They haven't really full blown gone after civilians. So the other speculation is that if Israel really wants to pop this off as a big war, if they attack their own citizens, making it look like it was a attack from Iran, that would kind of embark on more of an outrage for what's going on civilian wise in Israel. Because there's some there's some people in Israel that are really not for this overall, and I'm assuming that they might have a percentage basis here where there's more not for it than there are for it, and over here we have the same mentality, right? We have that 50% or 50%, is it higher or lower majority,
right?
And similar to when 9/11 happened, the outrage was just too much. We all wanted to go to war. So I'm wondering if this isn't one of those type of scenarios where they're like, we need to get this to be more on our side. I don't know. I don't know.
I just feel like the people will be smart enough to see that, like if they're trying to trick them, say, and make them think that, like, Iran sent that bomb over.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't even seen anything on it saying that. That's why I'm like, it's still speculation at this point, because they haven't said it was a malfunction that I know of. And they also haven't blatantly blamed them yet. But it happened. You see it on the video. It happened. And it's like, what are you going to say about it? Because not even news coverage has quote-unquote video. This is the only one I could find. And I'm glad Quinn could fucking go back and find it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
and it's weird, too, that you can't find anything about it.
Right. The posting account is their quote-unquote location for the account is in Israel. So that's why I'm like, I would assume this is somewhat valid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. That's wild.
But the speculation, like I said, from the comments that I was reading in this, some of the comments varied from malfunction of the Iron Dome itself to what looks better than saying somebody else did it, but doing it yourself.
Right.
I don't know.
But I feel like they would see, well, I guess, if they weren't standing outside and just staring at the sky, they wouldn't see it. But that just seems so wild to be like, oh, they'll think it was them. You know what I mean? Like, I do think that it could be possible that there was either just like a malfunction, because I'm sure missiles do malfunction from time to time, or maybe some sort of a cyber type attack from the other side that could be causing the malfunction. That's also a possibility.
You know what?
It's all speculation.
Hold on, because never mind. Quinn is on her shit.
Quinn, she is on fire.
All right, so this is a different angle. I'm not sure if this is the exact same one, but this one here says there's no missiles in the sky, but somehow the Iron Dome still launched several missiles that hit themselves in the sky and then eventually crash landed. Hold on, because this is towards I just watched partial video of this, but see, no missiles in the sky, but yet this thing gets launched and then just comes straight back down. So I like, if this isn't the same one, you're saying now that we're talking multiple malfunctions of something that's supposedly like the best of the best when it comes to what you're saying.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, the way that looks like it's a malfunction, but like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough about like the Iron Dome and how
Right.
it works and like yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's possible too. Like I do know that when the strikes were happening that they were targeting certain outposts and portions of the country that I guess like where the Iron Dome is controlled. So it's possible too
Mm-hmm.
that like it could have sustained some sort of damage and maybe it's just going haywire. I don't know. I just find it really I feel like especially with the fact that this is all being shown on the world stage, it just seems like it would be really stupid for Israel to bomb itself. You know what I mean? Because obviously people are going to see that and be like, "What are you doing?" You know? I don't know. I mean, it's also possible too, like somebody could have been, they could have been infiltrated. Like, I don't know.
There's another
It's
speculation they were hacked.
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like somebody's in there pushing buttons, or like there's some sort of cyber attack, like a hack that caused it to malfunction. Because that'd be, I mean, if you think about it, if you were a hacker, that would be a perfect opportunity because you've got the country that you're trying to attack. They have a system that deploys missiles to stop your missiles from getting in. But if you could somehow basically take that and turn it against them, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that would be a bunch of free missiles for you to use
Free missiles.
that are right there where you need them
Right.
to be. You know,
I get it.
it's wild. Like, either way, it's just, oh my God, it's so scary.
Yeah, right. Right. But
I
again,
just, ugh.
that is the idea. That is the idea. You know what I'm saying? Fear creates
Mhm.
chaos.
Yeah. 24K said Iron Dome effectiveness drops to
No, I
65% in
know.
times of recent attack barrages because you can't stop them all. Yeah, that's very true.
Which is
Yeah.
ironic though, because the last time this happened, 99% of them were stopped.
Hmm. Yeah, see, as I'm saying, like, I'm wondering if they haven't taken out portions of it. Because I heard someone say the other day, they were like, um, I can't remember who it was that was talking about it, but they said that, like, yeah, the Iron Dome has pretty much been almost completely taken out, which I don't know if that was accurate, but
Mm-hmm.
it could be. It could be. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just they look. The fuel is there. People are starting to light it.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, absolutely. I just like I don't know. I don't I really hope we don't have to get involved. I mean,
Well, you guys
obviously,
seen it there. We had 2 weeks. That was the timeline they were given. Now,
yeah,
again, 2 weeks doesn't mean that it will be in 2 weeks. It could be before.
right. But a lot can happen in 2 weeks, so
Right. You can see it right now. A lot happened in 3 days. We just reported on a lot of this shit 3 days ago, and so much has changed just in the 3 days.
right.
Right. Exactly. 24K. Right.
Yeah, super expensive stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like, in regards to what he just said, like, yeah, if Iran was able to access their systems and gain control of those missiles, I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't.
I wanted to
I don't
hold
know.
on. I wanted to bring this up.
B, what are you doing?
Like it's itchy.
Oh.
Um.
What happened?
No,
Are you looking for
I'm
something?
typing right now because I'm looking up something.
Oh, okay. I just heard, uh.
Because I'm looking
Oh
at it.
no. Now you're malfunctioning.
Hold on.
Do 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 do
Because
do.
I'm looking. Look, I'm looking at it like religion is a big thing, right?
Yeah.
As far as no, I'm not bringing religion itself in, but I'm saying religion in itself is a big thing over here, with multiple different religions being a thing over here, right?
Right.
Some religions
Not
are carried over from other places and brought here,
right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it. What did it see? Um. Okay. I'm trying to see because the news that we did before with the real IDs and how they were saying that you basically waive your religious beliefs if you get a real ID, right? For when you say like work related, if you were, religious holiday comes up and you're like, hey, listen, I need this off because I support it. They don't legally have to give it to you no more, right?
Yeah, you said that there's some fine print in there
Yeah, and
that
I've been doing some other. I'm
which
wondering
I've
if that.
never heard. That's so crazy.
I'm right, and I'm wondering if that, in fact, was built into the because again some of the religions are based into the places where this war is happening and going on.
Oh, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah,
Well,
right, you
like
feel
the
me?
draft, is that where you're going with that? Because
Not
like I know.
necessarily, but that's a part of it, right?
Mhm.
Um, look, there's so many different steps, bro, that I've been looking at in the last since low key for like at least 15 years now, and some of these steps look like they were going up to like a random room that didn't make sense, but like now some of these are leading to hallways that are
You
adjacent to
were
these,
in
and I'm like, wait a
you're in the
minute,
Winchester Mystery House currently. You're
right,
just trying to
right.
find your way around. Yeah.
But for real
Mm.
though, I'm kind of like, wait a minute, does this stack on top of this now and make a
Well, I'm
difference?
wondering too, like with what you just mentioned about the real IDs, like if they were to reinstate a draft, like I do think there have been instances of people claiming religious beliefs and stuff as a way to sort
Get
of
out of it, yeah.
not and maybe not necessarily, I don't know if I want to say get out of it, but just that participating would go against their
Okay, yeah.
beliefs.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean? So I'm almost wondering if maybe that isn't in an effort to kind of circumvent that to make it so that people can't then claim, well, I can't participate in the draft because this would go against my religious
Right.
beliefs, but sorry, you have a real ID and you know,
Mm-hmm.
you signed away those rights, which that's crazy if that's what they're doing. I don't know how that works. I That's just so wild to me. It makes me glad I don't have one of those IDs.
Now, see, we don't have unless they are hand in hand, one and the same. We have what are called enhanced IDs. I
Yeah,
haven't found a quote unquote real ID form at a DMV here. It's only enhanced from what they call it. So I don't know if they're the
right.
same, but I'm
I
gonna
don't
see if
know.
I can get at least an enhanced ID form from our DMV. I'm gonna see if I can get one and kind of read it over
Yeah,
and
I'd be
see if there's
interested
something
to,
on that. And then
yeah, like I'd be interested to
coincidentally,
see
I
what the
might just
fine
jump
print
to
is.
like maybe Texas or some other state that does have the quote unquote real ID forms and just go through and see what they have on theirs because yeah,
Yeah,
I can't find any actual proof, but there's very many articles that are telling me that it is something that's happening. So versus the ones
yeah,
that are saying that it's not. And when you go to Google and when the AI has the overview and it's telling you that it is true, it's kind of weird. Why would the AI be telling me that if it's not? You know what I mean? Like, aren't they programmed for certain things, right?
yeah, I think sometimes they scrape wrong
Surface.
information.
That's what I think
Yeah.
too. But that's why I'm saying I got to do my own research. Fuck it,
Hmm.
because that does I again I have a weird way of thinking for shit, but some of these hallways are lining up with other doors.
So they have the real ID in Ohio, actually. I'm
Do
trying to
they?
look. Yeah, I'm trying to look it up, like to see if
Mm-hmm.
I can find the form, but obviously I'm
What's
not
good,
gonna go
Winter?
through it right at this moment. Hi,
No,
Winter.
you're good, Winter. We changed up schedule and shit too, so I know a lot of people have been missing out on some of the shows. It's no worries, you know what I'm saying? No worries. Uh, the the global climate right
Didn't
now.
melt over.
Yeah, the global climate right now. No pun intended. It's very hot. Yeah, it's very hot right now.
It's getting fired up.
Hmm.
He lives in Poland, I believe. So
Yeah, a little
I'm
bit closer to
wondering,
that. A little bit closer to
yeah,
that. We did talk about a bunch of stuff today, Winter. If you do have time, man, tap into the replay and just leave a comment. Let us know what you think about some of the stuff happening. Some of it rather close to where you at, so you might have a little bit of a better opinion on it, low key. Um,
yeah.
just saying.
Just stay safe. Everyone stay safe out there. Oh my God.
Right, right.
Why are you on top of me?
I'm done.
Hold on.
Oh gosh.
What is Quinn doing? Oh, damn, she's still on. Oh, hold on. What do we got? What do we got?
We've got Quinn in the back studio.
Facts. What is this one? Hold on. What is
The whole
this one?
crew.
Let me bring this one up, because this might have to do with that one that I was talking about. Oh, nah, this ain't. Babe, this ain't it. That ain't it.
Oh, um,
What happened?
so, well, Winter's asking in the chat where Cordell is. So Cordell, there have been some unforeseen events, and he has decided to step away from the show. So yeah. Or
Oh,
what was it?
yeah. 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 You
Tuesday.
just reflect on Tuesday's
Tuesday.
corner combo. Yeah.
Yeah, if you are interested in essentially like what happened, you can go back to the Tuesday show and watch that. Just I mean, just differing of
It's
opinions and
wild,
things like
too,
that.
because that became like a whole nother version of Tuesday Brews Day, low key.
It became a what?
I said that became a whole different version of Tuesday Brews Day.
Dude, it did. It
Low key.
did. I
Yeah.
know. I felt my nose was bleeding and everything by the time we were done with that show. I was like, damn. It was wild.
Hold on. What is she saying?
So for now, you're stuck with just me and OC. But we have plans for the future. So stay tuned.
Hold on. Hold on.
Holding on.
Okay. So,
Hold on to the
Quinn, you
night.
wildin' for this.
Why?
This is funny. All right, we're gonna check this out. Let her finish first. I'm gonna bring her up, but
Who?
Did you see
What?
the one with the soldiers?
no, it's the lady.
No, did you see the one where I sent you about the
Oh,
soldiers?
okay.
Not
That clears
yet,
it up.
not yet.
Legit.
No, not you, Summer. I'm talking to Quinn. Um,
They're legit eating lobster and steak. And the last time that it
Hold
happened, they went
on
to war.
to the
really?
memory.
Yeah, there's two different
Okay,
videos.
hold on. Let me bring it up. Let me bring that one up too. Which one was that? Oh, this one here.
I don't know, it was a couple of them. I sent you 2 or 3 of them.
Where did it go?
It's 2 different ones.
Okay, hold on. So the first one here. Damn, this is actually a longer one than I gotta fucking wait. Is there a way to rewind? Nah, fuck it. Because I got another one over here too. So, yeah, Quinn sent me one. There's one here with military official, and they're eating right now. But that's not the basis of this. Okay. Is it this one? No, that's a class.
That one, it's interesting too.
What is it? This one then? No. I don't know. I don't think I got that one.
No, you do. Keep scrolling.
Up?
Yeah.
Oh, is it this one?
No.
Damn, reporter Johnny over here getting crazy.
Reporter Johnny.
Oh, right here. This one.
This one, and then there's another one.
Okay. All right. I see where we're at now. So, we're going to say this, and then we're going to put this one after. Okay. So, this one here. She's talking. We're not going to hear what she's saying just yet. Okay? Because what she's saying... All right, here we go. This is the beginning of it. All right, so check this out. She's going to explain it basically. It says that she's going to explain it simply. All right? What we've got going on. Right after this, I'm going to show another video that Quinn sent in of something that happened recently that might pertain to what we've been hearing and what we might be alluding to. All right, so this is this one here.
The only reason they're comfortable attacking them. Because they know Iran cannot attack back with nuclear weaponry. And they arrogantly thought their Iron Dome was going to protect them. But it literally collapsed within 24 hours. A lot of people may have seen earlier videos where a whole bunch of Iran's weapons were being intercepted by the Iron Dome. The Iron Dome, by the way, actually shoots a missile up to intercept and blow up other missiles. But what they didn't get is that Iran was intentionally sending old missiles to wear out, to use up the defense. And once they felt like they had sufficiently worn down the defenses of the Iron Dome, then they started unleashing the heavy duty stuff. And Iran has hypersonic missiles. And I don't know if you've seen one of those on video. It is insane how fast they come in. You're not getting out of the way of a hypersonic missile. You may be able to see some other type of missile up in the air heading your way. You run for the hills. You're not running from a hypersonic missile. As fast as you see it, it's there. It travels faster than the speed of sound. So it hits you before you even hear it coming. They've also unleashed a new type of weaponry that we've never even seen before. Hey Siri, how many missiles does Iran have? It's going to be in the thousands. 3. They know Iran doesn't have a nuclear.
3,000. 3,000. You've seen that video though of the missile coming in before you even heard it. Like that's what they've been shooting off over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's similar to what we just talked about, the Iron Dome. Like she said it there, it collapsed basically. So yeah.
She makes a really good point, and that's what I was saying the other night. Is
I like her running away. She's like, you're not running away from it. Like she did a little running man in the hallway.
But that was like I had said the other night. Is that there's still no one actually really knows whether or not Iran has a nuclear bomb or something, or dirty bombs even. And I remember I had said, I'm like, wouldn't you send a bunch of missiles over to try to kind of wear down that protective dome before you would send the expensive stuff over? And that's exactly what she said. I mean, that makes sense. And if they do have, I hope they aren't going to start sending dirty bombs, and then we're going to start getting into that over there, because it's just going to get ugly really fast.
This one here is kind of foreshadowing that possibly too. So
this defect has steak and lobster. How's this steak and lobster? All right, damn near decent. How's yours? I'm ready for war. We're going to war. I might have to double it. I had to run it back. Brother.
So I guess they're having steak and lobster, branded soda, and all that. Like, I guess this isn't something that they normally do, and apparently the last time they did it.
There's another one I send you, and this is from a different military base.
Right. I guess the last time they did something like this, they were deployed shortly after.
Oh God, that's scary.
Yeah.
Think about it.
No, I get it.
My Uncle Joe will say the same thing.
Yeah, your uncle did say that. Her uncle was in the military as well, and he would say the same shit when we were talking about it. He would like, yeah, man. As a soldier, kind of knew when things were about to go down, and we're like, what do you mean about that? He's like, well, things changed around the base, and then you know what I mean, like the diets changed. Like we started getting served like gourmet meals, and we're all kind of wondering what's up, and then all of a sudden, within a couple of days, we were deployed, and I was like, oh
God.
shit.
Yeah, because like as soon as they get deployed, you're gonna be eating MREs and
Right. And I get after the fact I got what he was talking about. I was like, wait, it didn't make sense to me, and then I'm like, wait, oh, I get it. What you're saying now? Yeah, you were being able to allude to that from that fact. I get it.
That's scary.
But yeah, hey, listen, it is crazy shit. It is definitely crazy shit. Definitely something to think about.
Yeah.
But hey, man, shout out to everybody in Blunt Ones Mafia, though, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. Again, Last Second Level Up is popping off on Sunday at 7 p.m. If you guys want a chance to win, you gotta submit. You know what I'm saying? Show up and submit. Show up and show out. As far as I'm concerned, again, the future for the show will be going exactly as planned, unless some things pop off that we kind of discussed on here. You know what I'm saying? We might have to do something different. I don't know. We'll see what's up. But yeah, definitely I'm keeping tabs on all of this. On all of this. But yeah, hey, music wise, you know what I'm saying? Get your tracks in on Sunday. Last Second Level Up. We got 2 winners coming through with a wild card as well. All right, locking up the last spots in the tournament for next Sunday. Last Second Level Up. Get your level up on. But yeah, big shout out to everybody, man. Blood Ones Radio Network. Sub Mom, you got anything you want to say before we tap out? We did cover a lot. We did cover a hell of a lot. Yeah.
We did. No, I mean, yeah, no. I just thank everybody for being here and sticking with us when it gets weird. And we'll see you guys on Sunday. Bring your best.
Yeah. Facts. Quinn, you got anything? No? All right, bet. She gonna be on her reporter shtick, you heard?
I'm done. I clocked out already.
She said I clocked out already. The fuck? We still live. She's like, all right, I hit the time punch already. It's good. Yep. Winner. Yeah, man. We started early this morning. We've been going for about 2.5 hours already. So, just been mostly news. It's been mostly news for the fact that we did a lot of coverage on Tuesday, and a lot of things that we did cover had a lot of things kind of branching off of them. So we had to do some side digging over here. Again, if you have anything that pertains to this, you know what I'm saying, watch the replay. Give us a comment in the chat. Let us know what you guys have an opinion about. We'll be glad, to talk about it. But as far as that goes, man, get your submissions in on Sunday, because that's when it's popping off. We have 2 winners and a wild card. Last chance level up this month.
Last chance level up.
Mm-hmm.
Level up.
Yeah, get them in. Blunt Ones Radio Network, though. I'm OC Kush. That is Suburban Mom. We out. You know what I'm saying? Have a great night, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. We will see you on Sunday.
Peace out.
Deuces.